DownHome Up Close is brought to you by
Waxahachie ISD is a growing school district that embraces innovative curriculum and teaching methods while still honoring our traditions of excellence. Our academic programs and exceptional teachers and staff allow every student to excel on every campus, every day. Waxahachie ISD's fine arts, athletic, career and technical education, and other extracurricular programs are respected throughout the state for their long histories of success. We are proud to be a vital part of the city of Waxahachie as we work hard each day to educate the next generation of our city's leaders. We are Hatchie Forever. Roll Tide.
When you walk into your home, the first thing you come in contact with is your floor. You want it to be reliable and stylish, and you want to be sure you have the right professionals to design and craft it. OC Rugs has you covered. They provide durable products that stand the test of time and custom designs that will fit your aesthetic and preferences. OC Rugs products are constructed to be stable and prevent skidding, so anyone, whether you're taking your first steps or it's your first time visiting, can feel confident getting around your home. OC Rugs features products from Cooper Family Floors, a mobile, family-owned business committed to providing quality floor service at affordable prices. Cooper Family Floors puts the needs of the customer first, always seeking to make each project better than the last. They provide luxury vinyl plank and laminate flooring, as well as carpet and pad, engineering wood, and tile. Cooper Family Floors has a combined 42 years of flooring experience and will put that wisdom to work for you without breaking the bank. Whether you need a new floor installed in your home or the right rug to complete your perfect design plan, OC Rugs and Cooper Family Floors will get the job done right. Visit OC Rugs at their Lancaster showroom, located at 1920 North I-35E, or visit their website at www.ocrug.com. For Cooper Family Floors, call 214-437-7424 or visit www.cooperfamilyfloors.com.
Hey everybody, Kevin Crouch here with DownHome.com, and I'm here with Josh and Jennifer Smith, who are getting ready to hit the road and do some traveling, and they're actually going to make content out of that. I know that that's a pretty popular trend right now, so it's really neat to have someone locally that's doing this. They actually live right across the street from my house, and so I've been kind of seeing this preparation from afar, and I thought it'd be really neat to do an initial interview, and then wait a few months, wait for you guys to get a little bit of experience under your belt, a few miles on the tires there, and then find out what the experience has been like. So if you guys will just tell us kind of how the idea started and what really made you start really actually taking this from, hey, this would be cool, to actually making those preparations.
So it was my idea. I just had changed jobs, kind of did a sabbatical thing, trying to figure out what I wanted to do next in life. I've been in sales my entire life, and I was just kind of needed a change. And it was kind of funny. He watches YouTube all day, all night. Like, that's all he does is watch YouTube. And he started watching some full-time RVers, and I was like, well, that would be kind of cool. Like, how do they do that?
Right,
how do you go out and, unless you're just a millionaire, you know, how do you do this? Because it does require a lot. And we just started watching, seeing different people without selling, because we didn't want to sell our home. You know, we come back here.
Yeah.
And just found some ways to make it work, did some savings. Josh actually was talking to his boss at Napa here in Waxahachie, and he owns his own racing team. So he was like, well, let me sponsor you.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that was like, well, okay. I mean, how does this work? Right. So we just kind of did some talking with him, and, you know, we're going to include, it's JKJ Auto. That's
Napa here in town.
awesome. So his name's Jonathan Johnson, wonderful man, but he's going to sponsor us. We've also learned Patreon account.
Okay.
So that's something new we had to learn, and it's slowly building. So that's kind of, like I said, we did a lot of savings, sold cars, did some, the Mustang that we had.
That probably got on everybody's nerves in the neighborhood.
I can vouch for the fact that you could hear it.
Yes.
But the engine worked.
It did.
Definitely worked.
So, but then we've got a lot of support from family and friends, like, why not?
Yeah.
Go give it a shot. I mean, he's early 40s. I might be turning 40 this year. Kids are grown. They're actually going to stay here and rent our house from us.
Oh, there you go.
So they're all grown. So y'all stay here. Just don't burn the house down. And we're going to go have some fun. We've got our first trip. It's 8 months.
8 months.
We're going to leave Tuesday, May 31st, and we'll be back sometime in January. As far as an end date, I don't know exactly, but we're heading out. We'll be in Hot Springs. That's our first stop next week.
Very cool. That's a nice place. That's actually
Never been.
Where my honeymoon was.
Oh,
and,
really?
There's a number of things to do there. It's really easy to kind of lose track of time
Yeah.
there. So if you're on a schedule, might kind of try to keep track of that because there's a lot to do over in Hot Springs.
Yeah.
Really neat. So tell me about, obviously, you get the idea, you kind of see how things go versus, just based on the content that's been created. So what has it been like in the preparation process trying to, I guess, replicate the experience that you've seen? Has it seemed easier than you thought? Has it been a little bit more complex than you thought?
No. I think it's been more difficult because in the videos that you see on YouTube, it looks so easy to just walk into the dealership or whatever, and oh my God. That was the worst experience. I don't want to turn anybody away from going and buying an RV because it's enjoyable.
It's wonderful.
But man, the experience that we had with the dealership, I'm not going to name their name because I'm not going to run anybody through the mud. I've heard some horror stories about them already. But I would do your homework a lot and see
What's out there.
Before you just run to the first dealership and go, okay, I want this one.
Because
okay.
RVing is, they told us ever since COVID, RVing is just like
the
booming.
prices went through the roof. I mean, and now we're having a fuel crisis, and I mean, so
yeah, that's fun. But it's okay. We're gonna.
But as far as being, I would say if you're even on the edge, do it. Because
You just learn. He sits, like I said, every night he watches how to edit. Like, another thing, you see people doing videos. That looks so
Pro.
simple.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Not quite.
We have bought, I think, every editing digital technology thing that we need to get this started. Our drone just came in today.
There you go.
Yeah.
We just got a drone,
Yeah.
so super excited to play with that. But we just want to go out and make some memories.
Yeah.
And we're newly-ish married. 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yes.
3 years.
3 years. So, we just want to go have some fun and make some good memories. And we did start a YouTube account. It's the RV Travel Couple. So we'd love for you to subscribe.
Yes.
We'll have that linked for sure.
But it's a way for all of our family, because I'm from here. I've lived here my whole life. My family's from here. So it's going to be hard, for sure. I already had lunch today with 2 of my friends for the final time, just boo-hooed. Work was my last day at work. I boo-hooed.
Same.
I'm like, I'm coming back, but it's just, I'm being away from everyone that I know. It's going to be a change, but like I said, we have our social media stuff that, we can put on there and stay connected through there. That's what I need.
Well, and virtual connection is so much easier now. That was one of the things that came out of the pandemic that really if there could be such a silver lining to such a rough experience for all of us, it is that it is easier now to connect over a distance.
Right.
Yeah.
So so tell us a little bit what the plan is. You said you're going to Hot Springs, so
Yes.
and you have kind of that timeline. So are there certain goals you have set out for places to visit? Are there how detailed is your plan versus how much are you leaning for just kind of see what happens? What's your
Truthfully,
outlook?
the first portion of the trip, we're going. It's laid out, and it's the first week and a half. It's laid out. We're going through Hot Springs, Memphis, Nashville, up into that's Tennessee, and then up into Kentucky around Mammoth Cave. My cousin lives around Mammoth Cave.
Okay.
So we're going to do some mooch docking. You'll learn that term. That is a great term.
Find friends you can hook up to their house, and
you got it made in the shade.
But
right.
yeah, so we'll have some few RV stops that we've already booked, and then once we get up into Kentucky, he has a house in the mountains.
Probably a month and a half there, and then from there we're gonna go we're
east,
but I've got a friend up in West Virginia he found out what we're doing, and he's like, if you don't come up here, I'm gonna be upset. So we may go up there. He is in the suburbs of DC area.
Okay.
So
we might end up there. That was an initial plan, but
we were wanting to just kind of go straight south or straight along, basically below the Mason-Dixon line, if that's even still a thing.
Right.
But on the coast, get to the coast and go south. I want to go to the Outer Banks in North Carolina.
Right.
That is like a huge thing that I want to do. And then
I want to go to the Keys once we get to Florida. So that's my bucket list.
We'll have get to spend the holidays with his family.
My sister lives down there, and she's going to be getting married in January. So,
okay.
And that's why I've basically taken this direction for this trip, because otherwise we'd head out west.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it was just kind of a big circle, and we just, once we get to Kentucky, we'll kind of plan out our next leg of the trip and just go have some fun. Nothing's set in stone.
Yeah.
We have a few things, we need to be here and here, but other than that, we're just gonna kind of wing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
we know where we want to go,
right?
But we'll figure it out along the way.
Awesome. And you said that you recently took a trip up to, I think it was Cedar Hill.
Yes.
Just to kind of give it a trial run and kind of get your feet wet a little bit. No pun intended, because they were at the lake. That worked out well, right? So what did you encounter there that, what went well? What did you encounter that, okay, maybe we need to tweak some things? What was that experience like in terms of kind of looking ahead towards...
Don't forget your bug spray.
Don't forget the bug spray.
Absolutely forgot
There's bugs out here.
Yeah.
If the sign in the park when you walk through the door says, we have chiggers, you better
You should
believe
turn
it.
around and go get some bug spray.
Don't get in the grass. Yeah.
Our dog, we have 3 dogs we're bringing with us.
Oh, man.
We have our lab-ish dog. She's a mix, but she's like a medium-sized dog. And then we have a Yorkie and a Chihuahua. Not too worried about them because they're little. They do their own thing.
Right.
The lab is terrified of a car ride.
Oh, really?
So we have this lovely CBD drops from the local CBD health perks here in Waxahachie. Another one of our
sponsors,
Patreons, and we actually got it from her. But it's just oil drops put in her food.
There you go.
So it'll be super nice to ride with her now.
Right, and maybe she'll maybe that'll even out over time.
Yeah.
She,
just takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But as far as this is my first RV to ever have. I've never had one before. He's had them, drove it bigger. So this isn't really new for him, but as far as the experience there in Cedar Hill, I mean, the back end, everything plugged up good. There was just a couple things we still noticed that we needed, but they actually came in today on Amazon. And
there you go.
So honestly, for myself, I mean, just getting used to pulling a trailer with a V6 as opposed to a V8.
Right.
We're pulling it with a Jeep, 4-door Jeep Wrangler.
I don't want to get rid of my Jeep.
Yeah, and that was actually part of our content plan for the channel was Jeep stuff / RV stuff.
But we did do the research to make sure that we are safe with the Jeep. And
Okay, and get this. So in the UK, that same Jeep is rated for 5,500 pounds. In America, the United States, that Jeep is rated for 3,500 pounds.
the dealership
So,
told us this.
Go figure. No, I did some research
But
and found this online.
Yeah. But, so, I mean, we're safe. We got,
We're 3,100 pounds dry, and we've got just a few hundred pounds that we
We're
put in
living
there, and
lightly.
We're good. Yes.
Right.
simple. Very simple.
Sometimes simple is what you need, though. You know,
Yeah.
I've kind of come across that.
Yeah.
And I know that there's like, aside from the whole RV thing, I know there's like a whole Jeep subculture out there
Yeah,
that I've kind of come in contact with, and I never really understood it. But you know, just in the last few years, I've kind of noticed that.
I love it.
You know, all the parades. There's just all the Jeeps.
All the Jeeps.
All the Jeeps.
Right?
You remember at Christmas when I was getting her all loaded up with lights.
Yep. And then, you know, I was in that parade, and then I, saw the Jeep section and was just like, where do all these come from? And then of course
they're
now
like
I know some
cockroaches. They come out of nowhere.
It seems that way. So tell us, you dropped the YouTube page. So just kind of talk about where people can follow you guys. You got the Patreon account, all those things. Just kind of tell folks that are watching where they can follow you, and so they can kind of keep up with what you're doing, support what you're doing.
Yes,
and
we love support. Yeah. I mean, even if it's just watching us, just watching our videos will help us.
Yeah,
like,
so you
I
can
didn't
find
even
us
realize that.
On YouTube, of course, just search The RV Travel Couple, which he said the link. He's going to include
Put the link in there.
She runs the Instagram page. You can find us the same name, The RV Travel Couple on Instagram. We may start a Facebook page. I don't know.
For the most part, I'm going to be doing it on my personal page.
Yeah.
Just because that's easier. I can link it, and it just... a lot of people know me. But if you aren't already friends, it's Jennifer Smith, and pretty easy to find. But I will be putting it on there as well. And I was thinking about doing a TikTok, but maybe. I need to start here, get our feet,
figure
but I don't want to overdo it
and
then not enjoy the moment because I'm too busy doing stuff.
Yeah.
But we will be posting every bit along our route because all of our family, they're like, they need to be in contact with us. And this is how you do it. So
absolutely.
And
at the moment, we're weekly uploads on YouTube.
We hope to get
I would like to get daily, but I'd probably be every other day.
We'll get there.
To see how bad it is on me editing, because editing is a pain.
Yeah, that's what makes the difference.
We had to go buy a hotspot box the other day. All these little things.
Plenty of internet to be able to upload. So
it's exciting. Being today has been the first day. It's like, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah,
we literally leave in 4 days, 5 days?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning we pull out of here.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for talking to me, and
thank you.
You guys tune in and follow them. And like I say, we'll do kind of a follow-up with you guys at some point. Maybe get an interview from the road, something.
That'd be
we'll
fun.
figure out a nice way to kind of revisit, and then maybe we can do one early next year after the whole thing, and kind of talk about whether one of two
things. Are we doing this again?
Exactly.
Or are we
one of two
crazy?
things is going to happen. You're either going to love it.
Did we figure out we're done,
or we're going to come back and go to your separate corners, and it's like we're not.
We do have it here when he's in trouble.
This end and this end.
When he's in trouble, you go to your corner. I'll go to my corner.
There you go. You'll need that too. I mean, this is a compact space, so there might be some times where it's like, okay, go out to the campfire or something.
Go play in traffic.
Right.
I'll come get you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and for talking to me about this whole thing. I'm really excited to see what you guys do.
Thank you.
It's been interesting, to kind of from afar see the whole setup process. And we'll have everything linked in the description below so that you can go support them and watch those videos. It's one thing to watch that content. It's another thing to know it's someone local. That adds a lot to it. So make sure you go to ellisdownhome.com for all of our content. We have everything from cooking shows to gardening shows to different stories like this of local people that are doing interesting and wonderful things. So just go to that website, make sure that you guys are following that. And in the comments, if you have any questions for them, go ahead and put those in the comments of this video, and I'll be happy to pass those along, and we'll get an answer to you.
Because this is also new. If y'all have any suggestions on places to go, or make sure to stop here or do this, I'm all for suggestions of cool places to go.
Well, that gives me a chance to plug our Travel Tuesdays, which we try to be. We're as weekly as possible. Mm-hmm. There's some weeks where we don't quite post those, but we do have articles. They're written articles, so it kind of forces you to stop and kind of take a break and read through something. But we do have those Travel Tuesday articles that we have a wonderful writer who takes us to different locations, some in the United States, some are international, and she just kind of tells us what to look for and what's great there. So be sure to check that out at ellisdownhome.com. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.